The more you anticipate joy, expect joy, and feel moments of joy, the greater your ability will be to feel joy despite your burdens. You may think that you'll have joy when you're free of your challenges, but that's missing an opportunity. That's delaying joy. Seek joy along the way. Welcome to the Serve, Love, Lift podcast. I'm Tiffany Garvin. Years ago on a quiet beach in Hawaii, I felt the weight of the pain and struggles we all face in this world and how much we need each other. Soon after, this movement was born to serve, love, and lift. I believe that we are meant to serve the world with our unique gifts, love ourselves and others, and lift each other up to live with joy. This podcast is here to help you heal your heart and your life and empower you on your path to becoming the best version of yourself. I invite you to listen carefully and jot down notes that come to mind, whether they come from me or from your own heart. Then, share this episode with 3 people who you feel could use it today. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get going. My whole aim is to help people live their lives above the line. It's not enough to just get relief from our pain, challenges, various wounds and struggles, to simply get to the line of survival. Even if that's all you can hope for or imagine right now, that's not where your focus should be. Trust me on this one. I've lived it. Yes, relief and feeling stable are important benchmarks. But they should be just that, steps in your journey to something greater. When we focus on survival, we are focused on our challenges, on our problems. Doing this makes them feel bigger, and we can more easily feel hopeless or discouraged. But when we set our sights on something higher than mere survival, our challenges seem to become relatively smaller. And in the pursuit of our higher goal, we gain something better than survival. You may be thinking, I just want to breathe. I want to feel like my life isn't overwhelming and hard. I want relief now, and I don't have the bandwidth to picture anything other than survival. I get it. I've been there, and I know how that feels. The surprising truth is that when we put the emphasis of our lives on something beyond surviving and really trying to live, life is better, and we actually reach our goals sooner. Let me explain. Aiming for something greater than survival, an inspiring goal, for example, will help make life better right now. You're technically already surviving. You're there. You're in survival mode, getting through each day. It may be tough and even ugly some days, but every day you're here and you keep going, you're surviving. Don't discount that. But remember, survival is not a destination. It's an anchor point or benchmark. Besides, just aiming for survival is kind of depressing. Now, as you intentionally choose to make it through each day, one step at a time, you build stability in survival. This strong, new foundation is created along the way to bigger and better things. Working toward inspiring goals instead of just survival is more motivating, it's more meaningful, and it involves purpose. Survival mode is just surviving, but adding purpose to your goals, your why for living, makes you more likely to progress in your life. And experiencing progress actually creates joy and inspires gratitude for what you're accomplishing. These qualities are wonderful in and of themselves, but they also end up compounding. And joy and gratitude build resilience. That resilience helps your life feel less overwhelming and your challenges feel more manageable. It's kind of like magic. So let's lean into this for a moment. What if we just start by setting joy as our bigger goal, or even simply as a daily intention? It's one of those goals that can work as a self-fulfilling prophecy. As you seek it, you will find it, and it will facilitate more joy and other good things, like new meaningful goals. Joy can look like a lot of different things to us, so take a second to get a quick idea of what that would look like for you. What would joy look like in your life? Got it? The more you anticipate joy, expect joy, and feel moments of joy, the greater your ability will be to feel joy despite your burdens. You may think that you'll have joy when you're free of your challenges, but that's missing an opportunity. That's delaying joy. Seek joy along the way. You know when you get to Christmas and finish opening presents and celebrating with everyone, there's this funny lull at the end? The joy is in the anticipation, the progress toward the destination. It's the journey. We actually find greater joy in the journey if we do it right. And when you get to that moment in the future with all that renewed energy, bandwidth, and hope, when that magical day arrives, your relationship with joy will help inspire you to the next thing, what your heart truly desires. What's amazing is that the more you follow this path, the more confidence you'll gain, almost as a byproduct. Having joy as a long-term goal or even a daily intention will lift and empower you in surprising ways. You'll feel more capable and courageous to take action, maybe action you've avoided or dreaded for a long time. You'll create an environment of openness and willingness to try new things and face weaknesses that have held you back. You may even find the confidence to begin creating the life you've been longing for. So, in addition to joy, also seek to feel gratitude. It's another powerful catalyst for progressing in your journey and managing challenges. It's actually empowering, encouraging, and raises your vibration, which brings more good things to you. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, has said, "I feel like one of the best ways I've been able to face my fears and move through them is gratitude, being very connected to gratitude and a higher purpose. Without those two things, it would be much more difficult for me to push through the things that scare me." Did you hear that? Gratitude and purpose. She has found that these two things have helped her face her challenges. As we combine purposeful goals with the fuel of joy, confidence, and gratitude, we can be more resilient and life will be more manageable. We can find joy in our challenges. If your primary goal right now is survival, I want you to consider the truth that sometimes you need to aim past the goal in order to truly achieve it. There's a story that has really impacted me. It's about a woman who competed in a contest. Part of the challenge was that each participant had to jump a long distance to land on a platform. For all the people who prepared, sized up the task, and jumped, only this one woman actually landed on the platform. The difference was that she aimed for the back of the platform, beyond the goal in a way, while the rest aimed just to reach it. So why not reach for the stars? You might at least catch the moon. It's easier to accomplish more basic goals like stability and survival as you aim at bigger, more meaningful goals the real prize. There's more energy, motivation, and inspiration when you're working towards something more meaningful and bigger than your problems. When we have purpose, our mind can focus more on that instead of the difficult circumstances we're in. Having that purpose or big goal to work towards, our obstacles tend to shrink in comparison when the vision is big enough. This approach can dramatically shorten the distance between you and stable survival, and set you on a powerful path toward what you really want in life. This was true several times along my journey of healing. You may have heard me talk about this before, but when I had something to look forward to, a goal to work toward, my pain, fatigue, foggy brain, and emotional heaviness seemed to ease. The energy, joy, and purpose I felt on my way to a fun or meaningful pursuit was seriously magical. Whether it was a musical production or an opportunity to support a powerful cause or get on stage under those bright lights, I came to life. Focusing on these exciting opportunities transformed the quality of my life. A kind of funny side story, when I was pregnant with my first child, women talked about the various discomforts, fatigue, mental fog, and feeling emotional. Well, that's how I felt all the time anyway. My pregnancy was no different. For the first time in 7 years, I actually felt normal. Well, like a typical pregnant woman anyway. It actually made me so happy. I was joyful and grateful for the challenges I was experiencing. It was all relative, and for the moment, relativity was on my side. One of my favorite quotes is, "Make no small plans. They have no magic to stir men's souls." I think this illustrates these principles beautifully. Not only does something bigger and brighter than your current circumstances ignite new energy inside of you, but it's more likely to inspire joy and hope than aiming for a smaller minimum target type goal like survival. I know it can be a stretch to visualize something so far outside your reality, but trust me, there's a whole world of possibilities waiting for you to show up and enjoy. Even though you may be looking at where you are right now and feel discouraged about your life, remember, you are not defined by your past. We've talked about this before. You are not your wounds. They don't determine your future. Oprah backed up this idea when she said, "You are not your circumstances. You are your possibilities." There's so much more ahead of you in your life than what's in your past. This is where you get to choose how your life moves forward. What experiences do you want to create in your life? Who do you want to become? This life is not just about surviving. It's about thriving. So how will you thrive? I invite you to think new thoughts. Expand your mind to bigger possibilities and aim for joy. Even if it feels impossible, have a goal for joy somewhere in the wings of your mind. And along the way, choose gratitude for all the good you have in your life each day. I promise you, these things will build resilience so you can handle your challenges better. They'll increase your ability to feel joy, even before you solve all your problems. And you'll feel more empowered to create the life you really want. Thank you for being with me. Remember to share this episode with 3 people who you feel could use it today. Don't want to wait for next week for new insights and wisdom? Go to www.tiffanygarvin.com/emotional healing for a free guide to help you begin healing the emotional wounds that are holding you back. Again, the link is tiffanygarvin.com/emotional healing. It will be in the show notes as well. I believe in you. See you next week.